Bonjour French 1. The purpose of this video is to introduce some classroom commands that I will begin using in class, and you'll need to be able to follow those directions when given in the French language. As always, I'll pause to give you time to repeat after me with each of these phrases, although a lot of these are things that I will be saying to you as a teacher and not so much things that you'll necessarily need to be able to say. But they're good to know, and it's good practice speaking French either way. So let's start with the first couple, which are sit down, which in French is asseyez-vous, and stand up, which in French is levez-vous. These are written with a vous because they are normally said to an entire class. So I'm telling y'all that y'all need to sit down or y'all need to stand up. If I need to tell you to be quiet, I'll tell you silence. Telling you to pay attention would mean I'd say faites attention. If I want to tell you to listen to something, I know I'm breaking up this next one into two parts. The word for listen is écouter. And if I need you to repeat after me, I'll tell you to répéter après moi. If I want to have you take something out, I will tell you to prenez something, and on your notes I give you the example of taking out a sheet of paper, although sheet of paper is underlined because you could replace it with anything. Take a pencil, take a book, whatever you might need. But if you're going to read it exactly as it is on your notes, it's prenez une feuille de papier. In order to say to go somewhere in the room, the word for to go is aller. If you want to have somebody go specifically to the board, maybe to do a board race or something like that, then I'll say aller au tableau. If I need you to look at something, I will tell you to regarder. And the example given on your notes is to have you look at the map, which would be regarder la carte. When I'm ready to have you go back to your seats, I'll tell you to retourner à vos places. When it's time to open your books to a certain page, I'll tell you to ouvrez vos livres à la page. And then of course there'll be a page number after that. So ouvrez vos livres à la page 2 would be open your books to page 2. And if I need you to close things up, like for a test or because we're finishing things up for the day, I'll tell you to fermer something. In this case, on your notes, we have close your notebooks, which is fermez vos cahiers. As far as things that you would actually need to be able to say to me, this is the important part of the repeating. You won't actually need to see the first one to me because I'm, of course, not a sir. But when you address your teachers, you call them either Mr. or Mrs. or Miss. In the English language, in French, you call them Monsieur or Madame or Mademoiselle, which we've talked about previously, but we're bringing those back up again since they are something that you'll need to address your teacher. If you want to tell me that you don't understand something, you would say je ne comprends pas. Notice how it looks like comprehend, and it's got that negative ne pas in the sentence. If you need me to repeat something for you because maybe I said it too quickly or you didn't quite catch it because I was speaking in French, you'll ask me to repeat, please, which is répétez, s'il vous plaît. And I want to go ahead and do the word please one more time. The word please are those three words at the end there, s'il vous plaît. You can always get really far in life if you say your s'il vous plaîts and your mercis. S'il vous plaît meaning please and merci meaning thank you. If you want to ask how something is said in French, like maybe you want to say, how do you say book in French? You'd raise your hand and you'd say, Madame D, comment dit-on book en français? And you'd be saying, how do you say book in French? But of course you don't have to actually put that in there. You can put in anything besides book. And then I would respond by saying something like, well, it's pronounced livre. Finally, if you find something in French and you don't know what it means and you want to know what it means in English, so you see the French word and you want to know what it means in English, you're asking what does whatever mean. So, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? And then you fill in whatever the French word is. So let's say you want to know what bonjour means. You'd say, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire bonjour? It's a really long phrase, but this qu'est-ce que is something you'll need to get really used to saying because it's going to come up a lot in future sections. That'll do it for this set of notes. Please make sure you're completing them and bringing them to class with you.